It's the third week of Advent. It's December 23rd. And we're going to hear from Luke's Gospel. All who heard these things took them to heart, saying, "What then will this child be? For surely the hand of the Lord was with him." So Luke is talking about John the Baptist. Jesus is going to describe John the Baptist as no one born of woman is greater than John the Baptist. But the least in the kingdom of heaven will be greater than he. That's a really odd statement, because how can you surpass John the Baptist if he's the greatest person that was ever born? How could that happen? Well, what happens is when Jesus comes into our life, we get to be transformed. We get to be somebody that's greater. Look at the centurion who was in the presence of Jesus. He said to him, "I'm not worthy to have you under my roof." And here's a guy that's flawed. I mean, here's a guy that is an enemy of the Jews. And he was the one it was centurions that crucified Jesus. And yet Jesus said to him, "Greater faith no one has in all of Israel that I've seen." Look at the woman who was a sinner, came in a public sinner, comes in and anoints Jesus' feet. And Jesus says to her that, "Go away, your sins are forgiven because of your great faith." Look at Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus is the chief tax collector. Everyone hates Zacchaeus. And yet Jesus comes to his house and says he's a son of Abraham. He's somebody because of such his great faith, and he wants to share his generosity with the poor. So you have these flawed people that are doing great things because when they come in the presence of Christ, and that's when Christ comes into with us. That's how it's possible for us to surpass the greatness of John the Baptist, is because Christ comes into our lives and transforms us. Flawed people having potential to do great things.